A lot of the races really are neck and neck in our state. They're going back and forth. Every time I look, there's a bit of a change. But right now, the latest numbers do have Cooper in the lead.
New details have unfolded in the shooting death investigation of a former sheriff's deputy here in the East, with 2 teenagers now charged for his murder. A road is closed after a boy between 8 and 10 years old was hit by a train earlier this afternoon.
This is the first time the Democratic presidential nominee has come to Eastern Carolina, and let's take a live listen. I don't know why I agreed to this. I have no athletic ability. We did a couple practice rounds. I think Dave's pretty confident that he's going to win. He's going to beat me. You just send the balls to me and help me out, and don't send them to Dave.
We do want to give you an update now on the power outage we're seeing in parts of the Outer Banks. Hyde County Emergency Services on its Facebook page a short time ago says that the NCDOT ferry will keep the Hatteras Ocracoke ferry running through the night as long as there is demand. And like we talked about earlier, thank goodness it's not that overwhelming heat this weekend like we saw last weekend. Browser extensions like Disconnect for Google Chrome allows you to monitor exactly who's tracking you.
It doesn't have to be $1,000. It doesn't have to be $500 or $100. What you can do is actually break it up each month, and it becomes very easy. You can do a 20 by 12. That's $20 each month.
Also exciting is seeing the Woodies being able to get a win today, especially after the Astros were able to get those 2 home runs. I mean, that was incredible. North State Little League has done it again. The Greenville team emerging victorious tonight after their 3rd game in the Little League World Series, beating Texas 2-1 in extra innings. Deputies say 2 housekeepers were cleaning out more than just dust and dirt from homes in Craven County.
Hey, Dave and Lynette, you have found me on the scat tonight.
My brave cohort at that. Lindsay Oliver. She looks like she's relaxing up there.
Guess how many pounds of meat you will eat next year? 50, 100? Try a record 200 pounds of meat per person per year, according to the USDA's estimate. And with that much meat on our menus, do you ever wonder if there are benefits to paying more for those raised more naturally, specifically without antibiotics? You've heard a lot about it. Restaurants are making the switch from Chipotle to Chick-fil-A. Even massive poultry supplier Purdue is vowing to move to antibiotic-free chicken. But is it worth it? Here's what I found. Meat is on the menu at the Starlight Cafe in Greenville, but it's not just any meat.
You can actually taste the difference with the love and the care they put into the animals compared to commercially raised meats.
Executive Chef Tobias Boutillier is talking about meat from local farm New Ruka Natural in Snow Hill, where the shirts say it all.
We're a never ever product certification, and that means that from birth to harvest, that cow or pig has never been exposed to any type of antibiotic or hormone.
The Kearney family started the farm about 15 years ago after seeing a demand for sustainably farmed meat, which means farming techniques that protect the environment, public health, and animal welfare.
My mother used to say you are what you eat, and I think that's also true now.
At the Pitt County Farmers Market, Dawn Shelton is shopping for her family of 3, and she agrees.
I just know that what we put in our bodies is what makes our bodies tick, and I can feel the difference when I eat different kinds of foods, vegetables and meats, and I just think it's really important for us to put good, healthy things in our bodies.
The Organic Trade Association says it's millennials that are the driving force behind the sustainable movement. Coming to a farmers market like this one here in Pitt County allows you to talk directly with the farmers about what goes into their practices.
And they're actually very concerned with where their money goes and what it goes towards.
Bert James is the owner of Homegrown Agriculture, which consists of a farm in Bethel and is an agriculture consulting business to boost other Eastern Carolina farms. His farm does not use antibiotics or hormones, but he estimates that sustainably raised meat can cost upwards of 40% more than conventionally raised meat.
What I found out is this is a lot of work. Like a lot of work. There's a reason that hog houses and chicken houses were erected and that there's concrete everywhere and there's all this mechanization.
But what is the cost of convenience?
When you put a bunch of animals in one place, if one gets sick, they all get sick really quick.
That's where the antibiotics come into play, and a lot of them. The FDA estimates 70% of all antibiotics sold in the U.S. are used on animals to treat and prevent illness and to promote growth. But it has its downfalls for animals as it does for humans.
Treating with antibiotics, if you kill a lot of the good bacteria, you create an environment that allows for resistant bacteria to now predominate and grow.
The Centers for Disease Control says those superbugs can not only stick with the animal to the supermarket shelves, they can end up in the animal's waste and irrigated water systems on the farms that are then used on produce. That is one way you can get Salmonella or E. coli. New Roca Natural, Homegrown Agriculture, and Dr. Wheeler all agree this is a problem waiting to explode in the future, with no new class of antibiotics developed in 30 years.
There is quite a bit of evidence about the increase in antibiotic use, both in human and agricultural uses, and the persistence and growth of these superbugs. I don't think there's any debate about that.
But he says that's why washing and cooking food properly is so important.
Regardless of their superbugs and they're persisting, much of those risks are mitigated by the way the meat is handled.
As for any health risks from the antibiotics themselves to humans, the animals are required to go through a withdrawal period before going to production, and the meat is periodically tested to ensure there is no antibiotic residue. So while there is concern, Dr. Wheeler says he has not seen any research with hard evidence that conventionally raised meat is bad for your health. Buying sustainable or organic meat may just get down to personal choice and buy you peace of mind if you can afford it.
The better bang for the buck. With a family of 5, it takes a lot to feed the kids.
Yesterday was a day to celebrate every mom for all that they do with Mother's Day, but here at WITN, we're recognizing amazing moms all year long on the 3rd Monday of each month. Our main mom of the month is a woman that defined strength and resilience, turning a tragedy into a way to help and comfort others, bringing people together, something that she's calling a blessing in disguise. This Grifton home is filled with love and laughter. Erica and David Currington have been married for 3 years now, but when they met, it wasn't just Erica he had to impress.
I knock on the door, and Erica answers it, and she lets me in, and here's this little 15-month-old beautiful baby girl.
Harper Gray immediately stole his heart too, and soon the family of 3 was about to grow.
That's all she wanted to be, was a big sister.
Now, a year and a half, Dawson is a beacon of light for Erica and David, brightening every day and guiding them through very dark waters.
She had not been feeling well, and then all of a sudden, all I remember is my husband yelling at me that she wasn't breathing.
We were sitting on the couch, and I was talking to her when, she kind of just left.
On a Wednesday in November of 2015, Harper's doctor said she had a virus. By Saturday, their world changed forever.
I just remember begging and asking why. You told me it was just a virus. Like, this isn't supposed to happen. She's perfect. She's healthy. That one day she was gone.
My heart just ripped right out.
The 4.5-year-old's room has remained mostly untouched. Her dance bag still packed.
Tap and ballet shoes. All packed, but nowhere to go.
Her trademark hair bows now enshrine the monogrammed H above her bed. Around Erica's neck hangs Harper's birthstone, picture, and tiny thumbprint.
I've tried to be here for her, somebody for her to talk to, a shoulder to cry on.
Erica says the doctors still don't have an exact diagnosis, but say it was a complication from a birth defect that almost never happens. She says that lack of diagnosis has left her feeling isolated from other grieving parents, so she created a nonprofit called Love for HG.
Regardless of the loss, from holding them in your belly to being able to hold them into your arms, that they still matter, and, the moms, the families, they still matter.
While the family works to find a new normal while raising this beautiful baby boy, they know Harper is watching and proud of this grieving mother turning an unimaginable loss into a way to help others.
Well, we raise money, and all the funds go through the Children's Hospital. Throughout the year, whether it's just random designation days, we've done balloon releases.
She's an amazing woman and an amazing mother. I could not have asked for anyone better or stronger or more beautiful, to spend the rest of my life with.
And every featured Mom of the Month will receive a $100 gift card as well as free oil changes for a year from Johnny's Tire Sales and Service in Greenville. Now, last year was the first gala for Love for HG, where they raised $3,000 for the James and Connie Maynard Children's Hospital. This year's gala is on August 11th, and we'll have more information on that on WITN.com. But obviously, the Children's Hospital is an amazing cause near and dear to our hearts here at WITN. And don't forget, our CMN Telethon is right around the corner on June 2nd and 4th, so be sure to mark it on your calendars as well as the gala.
Boy, what an incredible, not just mom, but family. I know it's Mom of the Month, but boy, what a family, and we're so glad they were able to share that story with us. No, it certainly is not the easiest thing to do.
No, it wasn't easy for her to do it all, but you know, like you said, I mean, she says sometimes that there are days that she doesn't want to put one foot in front of the other, but she does because she has such an amazing support system, her husband, her family, and just to be able to make that kind of a difference.
Great family.